Hey guys, and welcome back to the next episode of Call of Cthulhu. We're going to get right into it and see what happens next after escaping that god-forsaken institute. And this seems to be... Tentacle Man. Ah yes, Tentacle Man. Everybody loves Tentacle Man.
Who goes there?
Oh, we've escaped the asylum. At least.
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
There are grave accusations. Do you realise what they mean? J. Let's up your stuff. So, I think investigation. Husband's an object. Oh, I'm picking lots. I think we should go for this. That and that and that. Boom. Yes. There we go. Detective Edward Pierce. Woo! Okay, so.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Okay.
I'm just trying to reason with you.
You're
So-
awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Yep, the day, what, 10 days from earlier, or what?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
I have.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Holden, Sarah Hawkins, the object of a cult. Okay. I might be onto a lead. Bradley, what? They had me and talk to Bradley. You did see Charles alive. You and Dr. Colden. Oh, okay.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
No.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
Yeah.
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Your memory seemed to be failing you.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
Right.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel.
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
You're some sort of monster.
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Okay, well, there's nothing else I can do. Talk to Colden. Did Fuller found Riverside?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct.
Oh.
He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Okay.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't
Yeah.
be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Yeah, Sarah Hawkins was committed.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
I don't know. I saw dead bodies.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
He might be, but doesn't mean he's not doing it.
And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Wow, that was it for that. I might be onto a lead.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I don't know.
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Yeah.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
Well, it clearly
You
can.
really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
No, I don't think
Francis
she
Sanders
did.
mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
Okay.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I
Well,
don't
yeah,
agree.
obviously.
She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Is he prudent? Bear to comfort the truth. Yeah, I think we should confront the truth.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
This will affect your
Better
destiny.
madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
Well, I'll try not to.
I'll do my best.
It's not like I tried to go there in the first place, is it?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Yeah.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
That's because you're some sort of monster now. Oh well, I say now. He probably, maybe he wasn't then back before, but still convinced there's something not quite right about him. The Sanders residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decide to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and a friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. And we can only hope that whatever this Shambler is, isn't coming for us.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Thank you.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Cat?
Oh, well, look who's here.
Oh?
You know each other. We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another.
Yeah.
The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective.
It may be.
My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I'm not.
I spoke to
not
Francis
doing that.
before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker.
Cat
This way,
Baker,
Mr.
huh?
Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Yeah, clearly. And you have a lot of paintings. Oh, you are an art collector.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
You must not forget he died screaming right before my eyes. I was no longer there when it happened. You're taking it quite well. You must not feel guilty.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course.
This will affect your destiny.
Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind.
I'm aware.
I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
I couldn't. I share your grief, but there's nothing to do. But I had nothing to do with it. The true culprit is Fuller. It wasn't me who sent him there. I share your grief, but I had nothing to do with it. Hold to test. Yeah, this one.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family?
Yep.
You mean it was not an accident?
No, I don't think so.
This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You, too, would be advised to flee it like the plague.
I want to at this point.
Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Sure. What's Cat doing here? How do you know Sarah Hawkins?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about.
Huh.
It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, don't look at
Then
it.
you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Okay, let's just see what I can
Did
find
you really
here.
care for him after all?
Letter of refusal. Dear Madame, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest respect to Thomas Fuller. Okay,
The
lovely.
day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Let's reconstruct the scene. Psychology.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Probably. What are this? What's this? Investigation.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally.
So it was something
What
that he
did
wanted.
Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
That it was cursed, maybe?
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Clearly not.
She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Probably because it's cursed.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Occultism. Oh, I shouldn't have looked at that. Oh. Oh my god.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Okay, I also have another thing for you. How about we just don't see it, right? Feel like seeing it is going to be the way that we die. But sure thing, you know? If we're going to die, we might as well die quickly.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a
Sanders
phonograph.
cylinder. Left for his wife. Let's see once it's inserted in a phonograph. This? Oh, yeah.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Okay.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
And that's...
Accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Francis' cylinder. Okay. Hey, can I do it again?
Irene, I made a mistake.
No.
I
Okay.
fear that it might be too late for
Okay.
me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything.
No, I don't need to hear that again. Sup, cat? Nice. Distation.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Wonder what it could be his purpose. Okay. Let's just get everything.
I could
in.
use one of those.
Sleeping pills, lovely. They were on the cod.
Strange.
Led by Sarah
For
Hawkins.
months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If your friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fool. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler.
Another volume of the
So-
Reverend's wife's diary.
It's definitely something that, you know, so to the gallery. Okay. Would you read the book? Don't read the book. What is it called? Yeah, read the book, sure. This will affect your destiny. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Lovely. Occultism just keeps on going up. I have 1 available. 6 for 2. Spot hidden. Should we go spot hidden? So, yeah, I think it's the only one that makes sense for us to do at the moment. Sanity. So we've missed 1. sanity thing so far. We've met Charles Hawkins. Charles Hawkins is alive despite his crude, deformed appearance. This thing looked like Hawkins. He attacked Bradley after he recognized him. What could have happened to Charles on the night of the fire? I've seen major burn victims in such a state. Something not like this. Maria Colden, Francis Sanders, Dr. Fuller, and now Irene Sanders. I've got 3 new places and the occult. Sleeping cultist. The dimensional shambler. Comes from a dark, inhospitable dimension where the rarity of food sources keeps it in state of permanent starvation. Lovely. Okay.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
Well,
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I've got to verify the painting for a buyer. Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. I'm not here to create problems with you.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And what are you doing here?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Ah.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland.
You don't want to take that to the mainland.
Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go into here then. Okay, the fact that I can hide in here makes me kind of worried.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
There's glowing... Well, I don't think they're glowing. Maybe it's just a light. Okay.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Oh. Well, that's the shambler there. Let's just make sure that we look around first. Beforehand. That's another hiding place.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yeah. That's where I came in from. What's this? Oil. Okay, I guess there's not a lot else we can do. But look into whatever this is. Which is the shambler. Lovely. This is exactly what I wanted. Behind you. Oh, great. Next thing you're going to tell me it's blind, and it'll only see if I move. Or something like that. Lovely. Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh, why do I have to be right? Well, what is that? Well, obviously the shambler, but...
What the hell was that?
Oh dear. Oh dear. I didn't. Uh oh. Oh god! No! Well. Well, that killed me. Okay. What do we need to do then?
What the?
Examine, pierce, skill. 411. Dark water. Occult. Ceremony circle. Chapter 6, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inventory. Okay.
What was that?
What am I supposed to do then? What am I supposed to do? Oh shit, okay. It's found me. Oh no. Can I hide in here? I'm hidden. I am hidden, and I can't get out. Am I supposed to get out? What if I just hide in here consistently? What if I just stay in here? Well, he's just panicking. I guess not. What do I have to do? Oh!
I can't even touch it.
Am I hiding in this one? Okay. What am I supposed to do though? Oh!
No way out. No choice. I must get rid of it.
Somehow though. Okay, so how do I get rid of it? Okay. Oh god. Get fucked. Get juked. Get juked. Ah. Ah. Ah, shit. Ow. That's just rude. That's just fucking rude. Okay.
What the hell was that?
So, what do I need to do then? Got it. Okay. Fuck you! Fuck you!
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
On what though? What am I supposed to use it on? This? Hiya! Shit. Oh, fuck! Okay. So it's not that item. Is it really going to just be a process of elimination to see which one it is? I'd rather not process of elimination it, to be honest. That would just feel cheaty. I mean, if it's what I gotta do, it's what I gotta do, but, like... Okay, well, it's not that. Dagger. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. What's that? I'm just gonna go over here. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for him to come. And when he leaves, I'm gonna check out what's in here. Look at... Try and find the thing that looks the most... I don't know. Occulty. And then... See if it works, I guess. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I was gonna say come on, but... Where are you going? Can you leave the room, please? No, you can't. Oh! Here he goes. Bye! That looks like some sort of like daggery thing. Oh my god, how are we supposed to know? Oh god, no. In here? Jude? Okay. I think these two things, like either side, are the only two things that there are. I think. I've literally tried one thing. Nah. I think we're just gonna have to maybe just try and brute force it. Like... Maybe we just try this?
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
From there I can just like... Yeah! Well...
Damn it!
Oh god! Okay, let's try this again. Right.
What the hell was that?
We've tried two things from that one. Alright. In this room, we have tried two different things. And neither of them worked. And to me, none of them look like something I need to use. If that makes sense. Like, all of them look too, I don't know, like plain? I need to think of what one looks not plain. That one doesn't. Where is this thing? Oh! I think it's coming in here. Yeah. Okay. Psst. I'm in here. It didn't go that way last time. Wait, is that it there? Let's get out. I don't know where it is. That one. That one. This one looks...
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Okay. So he specifically said this dagger looks different compared to the rest of them. Kinda makes me think... Oh god, what the fuck? Oh Jesus! I'm just gonna... go, go, go! Oh! Okay. Okay. So... this dagger...
What's the matter with you?
What the... Well, I'm fucking crazy, apparently.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yes. The painting was cursed. What's that by a creature? The king.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about the monster. You didn't hear anything. You must have noticed the state of my arm. You knew about the monster.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
Right.
And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Okay. I really should talk to this Drake, and you give me this information free of charge.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Okay. Chapter 7, The Nameless Bookstore. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting and attacked Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to turn it back into a painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless Bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Alright guys, and here we are going to end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!